Should you or should you not buy property in Las Vegas? Let's dive into 5 reasons why and 5 reasons not to. You may have been thinking about taking this big leap, this big move, but you've heard a lot of negative things like the water shortage, Sin City. Well, I'm gonna share with you 5 reasons why you should take this leap because it truly is one of my favorite cities. Las Vegas is one of the fastest growing cities in the United States in the metro area. It is literally booming here. And one of my top reasons to move here is how fast it's growing. To be a part of the F1 races, which are happening in 2023, to be a part of the MSG Sphere, which is bringing so many international clientele for the convention. And did you know the MSG Sphere is gonna have a 360-degree experience so that people from all over the world can have what the speaker is sharing translated immediately into their language. It's pretty surreal and very high tech. Beyond that, we have so much business growth here. It's insane. I keep seeing new companies relocate here and their signs be put up. We just got DraftKings and we have the Uncommons which brought a lot of California restaurants like Earth Cafe and Sun Life Organics, which is absolutely delicious. And we have so many sports coming here. We already have the Raiders, the Vegas Golden Knights, the Aces, and rumor there's gonna be a basketball team coming here. We have minor league baseball. We also have lacrosse, women's basketball, just so many sports coming here. It is so exciting. And the opportunity for growth, if you're looking to come here and you're more of the investment kind of strategic relocation client, this is the place to be, and you get to be a part of all of that before it really hits the height. For me, I moved here from Bangkok, Thailand. It was a huge move. I relocated here knowing nothing about Vegas except for the Las Vegas Strip. But one thing I did see was how affordable it was to buy my luxury custom home. And I was able to do that just by researching on Zillow and finding a real estate agent who took me around, really helped me explore the areas and understand the areas. But all over Vegas, whether it's Summerlin, Henderson, Southern Highlands, the Southwest, you're gonna see a lot of affordable properties that make you say, wow, I can get all of that for $1 million, where in California or San Francisco or New York, I'm in a little tiny apartment on a low floor in a high rise and I'm paying top dollar. That is something I love about Las Vegas. You can come here and explore all different types of areas and have lots of affordable options. Whether you're a high-end luxury client, you're gonna get larger homes, newer homes, better homes with views like the Strip. Or if you're someone looking for a high rise, you're gonna be able to find these high rises and explore what that looks like and experience a really affordable rate compared to where you're coming from. Something I love about Las Vegas, coming from Bangkok, Thailand, where I experienced monsoons and it would rain so much there that it would flood. Bangkok is not made for the rain, and there would be times where I literally could not leave my high-rise apartment because I could not get out of the building, literally. It would be flooded so high, and it always smelled like mildew. I have a big place in my heart for that city. It is one of my favorite cities in the world to visit, to enjoy, and I love living there. But that smell of mildew will never leave my nostrils. That's one thing I love about Las Vegas. We have no natural disasters. The worst thing you're gonna experience is a hot summer, and that's something that people have to get used to. But the fact I don't have to worry about my windows flying off, I don't have to worry about a natural fire coming through and wiping out my entire home and all of my memories and belongings, my house isn't sliding down a hill, all of these things, tornadoes, hurricanes, fires, I don't have to worry about any of that. I don't even have to worry about shoveling snow. It is such a great experience and a lifestyle here that you don't have to worry about those things. And home insurance is actually a really great rate because we do not have natural disasters. I remember we had an earthquake a few years ago, but it was nothing like the earthquakes I experienced in California when I lived there. So if you're looking for somewhere that the worst experience you're gonna have is maybe a really hot summer where you need to crank the AC, Las Vegas is it. Now, someone who likes to socialize and keep in touch with all these amazing people that I've met all over the world, Las Vegas is amazing. We get tons of visitors. Imagine living somewhere where you're going to see people you haven't seen in years. Las Vegas gets tons of visitors. Me personally, I moved here, like I shared, from Bangkok, Thailand, and I never thought I would see these people ever again. And I see them all the time. from conventions. People love to come here to celebrate and gamble and have a good time. It's such a destination that all over the world, friends that you've met abroad or even from other states will come to visit. I love it. Every single week, I swear, I have someone reach out to me and they go, Courtney, I would love to see you for a coffee. Tell me about your favorite restaurants, all the things, because it is such a destination. You're gonna get tons of visitors coming to visit you. So if you're somebody who's a little nervous to relocate here, don't worry, your friends will come to visit. Number 5, get involved. If you're someone who's not social, you gotta get social here in Las Vegas, especially if you're relocating here and you don't know anyone. When I moved here, the only person I knew was my real estate agent, so I didn't have a lot of friends. But eventually I got involved. I started checking out charities. I started checking out things that piqued my interest, like hike clubs. I started going out to happy hours. I started just getting involved in the community, and I made so many amazing friends. As much as we have a tourist type town, we do have a great local community, from the local restaurants, from the local gigs. All of these things create what makes Las Vegas so special. So again, if you're someone moving here, you're kind of on the edge, you're not so sure, as long as you get involved, you will be fine. You will have a really great time, and you will get to explore another side of yourself. Before we get to the reasons not to buy property in Las Vegas, my name is Courtney Bentley, a luxury real estate agent here in the fabulous city of Las Vegas. I specialize in creating a concierge experience for you to take all the stress out of moving to my favorite city in the world. If you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe and comment if you enjoy this. And let's get on to that next 5 reasons not to buy property in Las Vegas. 5 reasons not to move here. 1, the weather. Like I shared in the reasons to move here, we don't have any natural disasters. But here's the story. I had a client move here from Florida. She was so excited. She loved the idea of living in Las Vegas in this growing city. She also had family members here, so she was excited to be close to them. Well, she moved here during the winter, and what a lot of people don't know about Las Vegas is it gets cold, like really cold. Like not snowing cold or freezing cold, but it gets a lot colder than you would expect. So this particular client, I told her, hey, go out, get some clothes. You need real coats here. You need some boots, get those thick socks, get those thick pants, and you'll be just fine. She did just that, because what girl doesn't like to shop? And she called me 2 weeks later and said, I am miserable, get me out of here. We don't have natural disasters, and someone like me, I have no interest in living in the humidity ever again. But for her, she could not stand the winter, so it did not make sense for her to live here. We ended up selling her home, and I was sad to see her go, but that is something that a lot of people don't know about Vegas. Now the heat. Wow, the heat. You have to experience the heat to get the heat. And something I share with my clients, come to look at houses when it's really hot, because you will learn what you need to do to withstand that heat. So what I like to do is get a car or have a system in your car that can turn on the air before you get into the vehicle so that it's nice and cool when you get in. You're gonna end up spending a lot of time indoors, so be prepared with that. Make sure to get those ACs tuned up, have a guy come out and change those filters, and just be prepared to, wear sunscreen, wear a big hat if you're afraid of getting sun damage. Just different things you gotta get used to here in Las Vegas, but I will share not having to worry about walking out into a flood or having windows blown off or having my house burned down. To me, I'll take the heat any day. Reason number 2, tons of visitors. Now, I know I said it's awesome to have tons of visitors here in our city, but as the years go on, and they do go on, you'll start to get tired of those, let's meet for coffee, let's meet for a cocktail, let's meet for this. Can I stay with you when you haven't seen that person since high school? All of these things will get old. So something I suggest to my clients is, it's exciting at first, don't let it bombard your life. Make sure you know of restaurant recommendations, have them saved in your phone. Have those hotel recommendations saved in your phone, and politely share those with those types of people who you do not want staying with you or who you don't really want to make so much time for. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. There literally will be people hitting you up every single week, so be prepared. It's exciting, and like I shared, I love it, but sometimes you gotta put on the brakes and create those boundaries, and it is something that can be a lot moving here. Number 3, DESERTSCAPE and the new pool laws. So if you're someone who's moving from an area and you're used to these lush trees and grass and lots of different plants, you're not gonna find that here. Now, you may find it in a couple of communities, but they have proposed a new bill by 2026, the end of that year, that all of these communities that do have the lush trees and the grass have to switch to desert-friendly landscaping. And I'm not gonna lie, desert-friendly landscaping isn't the prettiest. Cactuses can be pretty, but not kind of exciting and lush, okay? So if you're someone who really loves lush vibes and wants those big trees, you're probably not gonna find that here in Las Vegas. So Vegas might not be for you. Now let's talk about the pools. So I'm sure you've heard about the water and lake mead, and we're having a shortage and we're trying to do everything we can to conserve. So the next bill that was passed earlier last year in 2021 was to put a stop to people building these huge, massive pools which take tons of water. So if you're buying a brand new home, these home builders do not put in a backyard for you. You're gonna have to invest in that yourself. And if you wanna put a pool in, you're not gonna be able to build like a lap pool or a crazy pool with all these water features. You're gonna be limited and restricted to only be able to get a permit for a pool up to 600 square feet. Now that's not a little pool, but it's also not a huge pool. It's a nice size pool for a standard size backyard here in Las Vegas. So if you're someone that wants to build a brand new home and have a lap pool, Las Vegas might not be for you. Number 4, we are Sin City. It's the truth. And if you're someone who has a little bit of a gambling issue, I don't know if Las Vegas is for you. We have gambling machines in grocery stores, in the gas stations, at the airport. They are literally everywhere in our town and in our city. So if you're someone who has that kind of issue, I would highly suggest not moving to our city because it is literally everywhere and it is very tempting. I have been tempted myself, but as a local and someone that lives here, I actually do not gamble because I would lose a lot of money. I'm not the luckiest gambler at all. Every time I've ever tried to put money into a gambling machine, I've always said to myself, I really should have gone shopping. It's the truth. So if you're someone out there who really wants to move to Las Vegas because you see the growth, you see the investment potential, you see all of these amazing things that are happening in our city, but you have a little gambling addiction, I highly suggest you get help before you move to this fabulous city. And the last reason, our car insurance and our utility bills can be quite high in this city. Now, in my other video, I spoke about our property taxes and all the investment opportunities, and even in the pros of moving to this fabulous city. In this video in particular, I talked about how affordable luxury living is and high-rise condos are. But we do have really high car insurance and we do have really high utility bills compared to other cities and other towns. Our car insurance rate is about 45%, yes, 45% higher than any other city in the nation. That's shocking. But the truth is we have over 63 million visitors that come to this city a year. And with that amount of people who are not familiar about driving around this city, accidents are higher, there's a lot more going on, drunk driving, speeding, lots more tickets. So all that combined and all of that data has caused these car insurance companies to spike up those car insurance rates. So something I suggest to all my clients is try to bundle, shop around, don't just go with the first one that you call. I've had clients when you bundle save tons of money. If you're a really great driver, make sure they know that. Do whatever you can to get that premium down. But just so you know, just so you aren't shocked, we do have a higher car insurance rate than you're probably experienced to paying. Your utility bills could be much higher here in Las Vegas than you're used to. Imagine a hot summer, 115 degrees. Where are you? You're inside, you're not outside. So you're pumping that AC to make everything nice and cool. And in that, you're gonna get a high electric bill. So if I were you and you love Las Vegas and you want to live here, you either A, have someone come out, change those filters, get the AC checked out, make sure your house is insulated, or if need be, replace that AC unit. I promise you, it will save you thousands and thousands every year. So it's totally worth it. I know it sucks to put that money out, but trust me when I say it gets hot here and you're gonna want that AC running. Now in the winter time, it gets cold. And if you're used to that heat and you love the heat, you're gonna be pumping that heater. Gas bill, high. So make sure you're getting that checked out. Make sure that you're keeping your house at a level temperature so you're not having to do that up and down change. Now, if you have a pool, you're gonna be pumping that pool heater during the winter if you wanna use the jacuzzi. Those are other bills you may not be used to paying because you may not even have a pool heater where you're from. So this is something to consider and get checked out as well. I feel like the biggest thing you can take away from that comment is get everything maintained, have a professional come out, it's worth the money, and it'll save you thousands throughout the year. The million-dollar question is, should you buy property in Las Vegas or should you not? I personally think you should. If you're someone who is looking to see what it looks like to live in this fabulous city, you want to experience no state income tax. Something my clients, they call me in a few months after moving here and say, Courtney, you were right. The amount of money I am saving living in this city is paying for my mortgage. So my house is basically free. Boom, insane. Now, these people are moving here from other cities where their dollar didn't go as far. Here in Vegas, you can get so much more for your money. No state income tax, we're a business-friendly state, so much growth and expansion. It is exciting and very, very, very fun to live here. I love this city so much if you can't tell. So again, should you or should you not? That's up to you, but I personally think you should. If Las Vegas or Henderson is a place you want to call home, make sure to check out the description box below to book a consultation call with me to discuss your home buying strategy. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.